Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Today, delighted to get back on the channel. Ryan Kelly, it's fight week for him. It's that time again. This time he's boxing back in Birmingham at the Holiday Inn this Sunday against Elliot Egbonie over 6 rounds. And yeah, how are you doing today, Ryan? Fight week?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Bit hungry, but yeah, I'm overall feeling really good, mate. Training's gone well, and yeah, I'm just feeling ready, mate.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've been your last two. I mean, we'll briefly talk about the Ajako fight, another close fight, which many people thought you should have got it. Yeah, of course. It was meant to be Ishmael Davis, but it got changed to Ajako.
Yeah, so we always kind of knew there was a little bit of a idea that Ishmael Davis wouldn't be fighting because he never turned up to the first press conference, which we thought was a little bit strange. I'll be honest. I think it was planned the whole time. I might be overthinking it, but he never turned up to the first press conference, and then 10 days out, I end up I'm fighting against Kevin Ajako. But 2 weeks before that fight, Ajako fought in a six rounder, which is making me wonder. Was it always planned? Was it always the way? But regardless, 10 days we had notice for Kieran Ajako, and yeah, he wasn't coming off the sofa. It wasn't as if he was out of training and wasn't fit. He'd fought 2 weeks before, so we always knew he was going to come and bring it. But I believe we won, and I've watched it back. I still to this day believe I won the fight. Yeah, the Conway one was close. That could have genuinely gone either way. I thought I had it on the night, but not the Ajako one. I haven't seen many people agree with the scorecards.
Do you feel like, yeah, you said the Conway one was fair enough, it could have gone either way, but that one, do you feel like you definitely should have got it?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely should have got the win. Yeah, 6-4 I gave it. 6 rounds to four. I started off really well. I didn't really allow him. I allowed him a couple of rounds to have his own way, but other than that, there wasn't nothing that he brought to the table that I haven't dealt with before. And the Conway fight, well, let's put it this way: I'm now down at 154. I should have never been up at middleweight anyway. So,
Hmm.
yeah, and it's took me this long to realise that. Now I'm at a 154. I'm the bigger guy for once, and it's actually it's quite refreshing.
Yeah, 100%. So did you sort of feel done over by the original being 10 days notice with the Ishmael Davis and it changing? Did you feel a bit hard done by a little bit?
Yeah, not hard done by because I'm a fighter and I don't turn down challenges, but it was obviously it was all a little bit we Ishmael Davis has pulled out, but now you've got Kevin Ajako can step in. I knew he'd fought 2 weeks before, so it was a completely different style. Now, when we was fighting Davis, we prepared for Davis, a switch hitting, you know, um, defensive fighter. Then obviously it's Kevin Ajako, but we never moaned. We got on with it. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things. I didn't feel hard done by. I just thought I smelt something a little bit fishy.
Mm. And yeah, of course, Ajako then went on and fought Davis, which again, it was a whole people thought Davis won that. Did you watch that fight? And if so, what did you make of that one?
I did watch it. I did watch it. I'll be honest. I actually did give it to Ajako that night. I haven't watched it back. But I did on that night give it to Ajako. I thought he'd just done a little bit more of the cleaner work, maybe.
Yeah,
Still a
maybe
good fight.
early on he started well,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. But again, what I did find a little bit strange is the fact that I only got 10 rounds against Ajako, and their fight was for 12, but it was for the same title. So, those extra 2 rounds could have been the deciding factor in our fight. So,
Wasn't
you know,
that a
even
British? Was that a British eliminated? Because I know Ishmael's now fighting for the for the British.
No, no, it wasn't a British eliminator. So Ishmael Davies fought Kieran Najaka, and then he had a six rounder under the radar against Elliot,
Yeah, yeah,
who I'm fighting. So that's how he's put himself in that position
against Gilly.
to go for Gilly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, before we get into your fight, do you have of course, that fight, so I believe that one's next weekend, Gilly Ishmael on the Eubank Ben card. What are your thoughts on that, Sam? Because I believe it's for the Commonwealth and British, that fight.
yeah, yeah. I don't really know too much about Sam Gilly. I haven't seen an awful lot of him. I know he's game and comes to have a go, but um, I don't know enough about Sam Gilly to really have any input on that fight. All I know is that is the fights that I'm looking to be involved in next year. Um, I've taken this six rounder just to keep my profile active and put me in position to go for a title early next year, or mid to early to mid next year. So we'll see what happens. But those are the fights that I want to be involved in. Like I'm more than happy to fight the winner of Davis and Gilly, and Ishmael Davis a cool guy. I like him. It's just business, and they're the steps now that I want to look to. I deserve to fight for a British title, and I believe I'm good enough to win a British title. Seeing the list of fighters that, no disrespect, but have won major titles like the Lonsdale bout, I feel like I'm definitely capable of doing so.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, those last two being at good British level, and you arguably won both of those fights as well. So you're
Yeah,
up there in the rankings, and
yeah,
you know, I know you've got this one lined up this Sunday. Sorry, not Saturday, Sunday,
yeah.
to get a quick 6 rounds under your belt, and I know that you'll be looking for that. Would you say that you've got your eyes on that fight next weekend?
Definitely, I'm going. I'm actually going to that fight. Yeah, I've got some tickets. So I'm going because it's a great event. But yeah, like I don't see why not. I don't see why. I'm ranked number 10 now in the Boxrec, ranked number 10 in the country. So I don't see why I shouldn't be looking at anyone in the top 10 now. Domestically. I feel like I've proved that I belong in those fights. Like you say, um, Kieran Ajako was ranked with the WBA. I think he was ranked 5, and Conway was ranked with the governing body 15. So I'm proving I belong at that level. Um, yeah, there's a couple of blips on my record that maybe fucking hell, like you look back and you think, how did I lose that? You know, in the sense of earlier on in my career. But I feel like I'm at the pinnacle of my career now. I'm only 31. I'm 32 in January. So there's still plenty of life left in me. And 2026, I plan to, capture some major titles.
Yeah, 100%. Of course. How did this fight with it's because it's nice and local for you, this one against Elliot. Of course, your last fight was in Sheffield, so a bit of a travel for your supporters, but back on home soil, back on a BCB show. Yeah.
So, by the way, before I carry on, even when I fought in Sheffield, I've fought in Bolton, I've fought my supporters, they always make the journey. So I could fight in America and I'd have supporters. Thankfully and luckily enough, that I am blessed with having a good fan base. And I don't call them fans; they're more friends, family, supporters. So, um, but yeah, I had no, to be honest, Sam, I had no intention of fighting in the six rounder. Um, but then I spoke to my manager, Errol, and my trainer, John, and we spoke about it and we said, well, look, I can't go into a title fight next year if I'm coming off a loss.
Mm.
So I need to get this 6 rounder under my belt to put me in good, good contention for next year. And that's what really made the decision. But I look to go in there, treat it as a dangerous fight, and stay switched on, and get the job done in fashion. Um, so yeah, again, I've had great support for this one. It's only up the road. It's only a 6 rounder, but and being on a Sunday, I was questioning whether I would sell, but I have. So myself and my new stablemate, Dylan Norman, he's fighting on the show, and we've both sold. We've basically sold the show out. So it's nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have Dylan alongside me now, and pushing me through training, and it's always good. It's always good to have a team.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday.
yeah, 100%. I mean, you mentioned Dylan as well. I can't think of, but I'm sure that he'll be looking to maybe try and grab a Midlands next year as well.
I don't see why not. He's been with us now since June, I believe. I believe he started in June. He come and train with us, and he's come on so much already. Honestly, he's come on of heaps and bounds. And I look at the division he's in, and especially Midland area. I don't see anyone really in in the super lightweight division that troubles him. I really don't. I think he's the trouble, and he'll come into these fights being the underdog, but they'll have a shock because I've shared a lot of time in the gym with him now, and I know what the guy brings. So yeah, any super lightweight, if that's the next step next year for a Midland title, then good luck to them because he's coming for smoke. Um, but not only that, he's gonna see more nutritionist Paul O'Neill, and we're gonna see what the options are. Even going down a weight, we don't. That's something that John and we've all. John will have to speak with Dylan and see what's out there basically. Yeah, but he's a good guy, man. He's a it's good to have him alongside.
Yeah. And what weight is your fight made at? Is it 154, this one?
It's 158, so yeah, 158, which keeps my ranking as a super welter.
Oh, it's a little bit heavier than your, because you don't have to make the championship weight, do you, for this one?
No, of course. I mean, there's no point in making. I mean, my weight's good now. I've trained for this fight, and I've disciplined myself for this fight exactly how I would any other fight, any title fight, any. That is me. I'm a professional, and that's what I don't see any fight as a stepping stone, or they're all, especially at this point in my career now, they're all fights that I need to win, and in fashion. I need to look good while doing so.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, I mean, you did mention earlier that you would have, if you could, you would have jumped in straight in another 10 rounder or another 12 rounder if you got offered it. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, as you mentioned, sometimes the board that look and say, oh, he's coming off 2 defeats. We know they're questionable, but yeah, sometimes you need a good little win under your belt, like Ishmael Davis did after his
yeah,
defeat with Jarko. Just got a quick 6 rounder and then jumping into a British title fight, and that's
yeah.
sometimes you have to do that, don't you?
Oh, 100%. And Ishmael Davis is a lot. Ishmael Davis is the only difference between us is he's had he's had the bigger opportunities. He's had the Saudi nights. He's had the Riyadh cards. I'm yet to have those. So Turkey, if you see this, get me on, and I won't disappoint. But nah, look, he's the same in the sense of we're fighters, man. We've got to do what we got to do to to get these opportunities, and that's what he's done. And I can't knock him for that. Would I have done the same? Yeah, of course. If I was offered the Sam Gilly fight on the 15th of November, I'd be stepping in, and I'd have got a 6 rounder in before that. Unfortunately, my phone never never called. So, but yeah, look, there's still time for that. I end the year on a good win, and then we push on next year. And please God, there's some good opportunities.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's good to see that that there's a good British title fight on a such a big card, a stadium fight, and fingers crossed, win on Saturday, Sunday. Keep saying Saturday, but it is on Sunday.
Everyone keeps doing the same.
Yeah, and you'll get the winner of it.
Yeah, yeah, that would be those are the fights I'm looking at, Sam. I'm not looking to go backwards.
Would
This
you look
fight,
at English level or no?
yeah, of course. I think Fawaz makes a great fight. Myself and Fawaz. Um, yeah, of course. I mean, look, do I think I'm above English? No, I don't. But I would like to push on. Obviously, I won a Commonwealth silver at middleweight.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like I would fight if it made sense and it put me in a mandatory for the British. I am more than happy to have a shot at the English. That's not, as long as it's not taking a step backwards, which I'm not saying the English is. I just wanted to make sure if they say to me, "Right, you're fighting for an English," but it's a final eliminator for the British, give me that. Yeah, no problem. I'll be more than happy. So yeah, that's not off the cards. Also,
Is that the goal for next year, the Lonsdale belt for you?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've never had the opportunity to fight for it. I think that's what I need. The prestigious Lansdale on the line. I think you'll see the Ryan Kelly that does roll the dice and does come out on the victory side of things. Because yeah, I've had too many close calls now, and it's time to put a stop to that.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, have you got a final sort of message to your supporters who are going to be there on Sunday, and what time it all starts, etc.
Yeah, so again, as always, thank you to everyone coming to the Holiday Inn on Sunday. Always there to support, always spurring me on. So thank you. My sponsors, there's a long list, so I won't name them all. It'll take about 45 minutes. So, but to all my sponsors, you know who you are. I appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you guys. And the show, I've been told the show is an afternoon show. It's a Sunday dinner show, so it'll kick off around 2:30 p.m. So, get there nice and early on time and enjoy some good boxing on a smaller show, but it'll be a good day. It'll be a good day slash night.
Yeah, some good little fights on there as well. Do you know
Yeah.
what time you'll be on for the people watching?
I'm last, so I'm guessing around 5:30 onwards. That's when my guess. But I will update everybody closer to on the day when we get the running order and the time slots. They might do a an interval in between because there's only
Yeah.
four. There's only four fights on the card, so and mine's the only six rounder. So yeah, there could be an interval. I'll know more on the day, but I've been told get there. The boxing starts at 2:30.
Yeah, good, good. And yeah, from me, Ryan, thank you for your time today. I do appreciate it. And all the best on Sunday. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks again to you as well, Sam. Appreciate it, mate. All right,
Anytime, mate. Good luck.
take
Bye.
care, mate. See you later, mate.